Stockholm, Paris, Berlin, Kiev, Ljubljana, Bratislava, Amsterdam, Bucharest, 2, 1.
This is Network Europe Extra, looking at Europe beyond the headlines.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
A clip from a movie made in Holdwhistle, a small town in northern England that's supporting new talent in the movies. We'll hear about how they're training what might end up being the next generation of Hollywood directors. It's also wine harvest time in Paris. Yes, in Paris. Plus, we'll hear the answer and winner of this month's quiz. That and more coming up on Network Europe Extra, part of the Euronet partnership. I'm Sarah Elzis in Paris. The Rome Film Festival wrapped up after almost 2 weeks. This third edition of the festival turned the spotlight on Italian cinema. Rome's mayor wanted less Hollywood and more locals. But the red carpet was still rolled out for a legendary American actor of Italian heritage, as it turns out, Al Pacino. He received an acting award, and the festival featured a retrospective of his films. Nancy Greenleese found out that while Pacino may not have been born in Italy, Italians sure consider him one of their own.
Al Pacino fits right in, lounging in a chair on stage at Rome's Parco della Musica auditorium. The 68-year-old wears a black suit with a navy blue shirt and tie, sunglasses atop his wavy salt and pepper hair. He looks very, well, Italian, as he answers questions from a packed audience of mostly Italians. He talks about how he transformed himself into the violent drug dealer Tony Montana in Scarface.
I enjoyed someone who would be able to do anything and go as far as you could go, like Icarus, getting close to the sun, and he dared to do it. I like somebody who had that kind of abandonment.
Italian movie fans go wild for Pacino's acting, from the bank robber in Dog Day Afternoon to the blind retired army officer in Scent of a Woman. Italians and most critics, however, consider his standout role as mob boss Michael Corleone in the Godfather trilogy.
Okay, what do you want from me?
In one scene playing at the festival, Pacino, playing Corleone, transforms before viewers. His blank stare mutates into fury while his wife reveals that she's had an abortion and is leaving him.
There would be no way, Michael. No way you could ever forgive me. Not with this Sicilian thing that's been going on for 2,000 years. Oh!
You won't take my children.
I will.
You won't take my children!
Very much.
Pacino said the studio originally didn't want him to play the part. Director Francis Ford Coppola fought for the young, relatively unknown actor, in part because of his Italian-American looks. Pacino said he later learned that he had another connection to the fictional character, Michael Corleone, whose family came from Corleone, Sicily.
My grandmother, who was Neapolitan, said to me, "Oh, but your granddaddy is from there." I said, "What?" What? It was shocking. It has a lot of interesting destiny in it.
He's an old world favorite, even though he was born and raised in New York.
Italians love Al Pacino. Anyone I've talked to at the festival absolutely loves him.
Janine Gilliard is a film critic and editor of Pyramid Arts and Literature magazine, a publication highlighting the work of Italian and Italian-American artists.
He's just kind of a living legend, and people want to connect with that, and they want to say, oh, look, we're Italian, he's of Italian origins. Maybe that's why he's so great, because he comes from here.
You're my hero.
I'll tell him, Master.
Meanwhile, fans want to get up close and personal with Pacino after one of his sessions. Alessio Trerotoli pushes against the stage, pulling open his collared shirt to reveal a T-shirt.
Al, do you like this shirt?
Oh, you make me look good on that shirt, man. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Trerotoli wears a shirt featuring Al Pacino as the ex-con lead in Carlito's Way. He's breathless from the exchange and shows off his new keepsake. Trerotoli says Italians are proud of Pacino, not only because he's Italian, but an extraordinary actor. The Pacino imprint is seen in some Italian actors' performances, according to critic Janine Gilliard. She points to the early work of Stefano Accorsi, who's best known to foreigners for his role in The Final Kiss. Also Luigi Cascio, who starred in the Italian classic 100 Steps.
Well, I really see it in their eyes, in their facial features, and the way they express themselves, especially with Luigi Cascio. They have the scene where they just, everything comes out, and I feel that that's very reminiscent of Al Pacino.
Outside the auditorium, fans hope to catch a glimpse of the real Pacino on the red carpet. Elisa Bianchini of Rome stands behind the barricades. She says Pacino mirrors Italians, unlike many lesser actors.
We Italians, when we watch these other actors, we notice how artificial they are. While Al Pacino is natural, he represents us well, even the negative parts of being Italian. He nails them without overdoing it or making us appear ridiculous.
Yet neither Bianchini nor other Italian moviegoers ever hear Pacino. He's dubbed into Italian. But she and others say the voiceover captures Pacino's characters, and there's no need for a translation for the intense facial and body expressions, just like a true Italian. For Network Europe Extra, I'm Nancy Greenleese in Rome.